Alright guys, so this is all you get on these gauges. So see these white hash marks? There's nothing. I mean, obviously they're probably in tens because you see a 0 and 100. At least over here you get 1, 2, 3, 4. It gives some depth, like some depth there. But like, I am really confused. You go here to like off-road status. Okay, I don't even use this on the other truck, but you give me a super detailed platinum there. But then you don't give me the rest of the gauges. And so I've played with every bit of these things in here. And there is nothing to swap these out. You can go to just standard and it takes the actual Fahrenheit degrees off of there. But then you're just subjected to this. And then when you put it down into, you can see right there, where it shows your gear selector and stuff like that. That's fine, whatever, but I'm kind of bummed out. I mean, I was really hoping that these gauges would be cooler or just more information. I've never been a fan of following the digital speedometer. But yeah, I mean, and then this is all you can really do. I mean, you can configure your heads-up display and stuff, but you go to My View and it just allows you to add screens, if you will. Column view, so this is actually a wasted screen. Then you can do your normal trip, but then it takes away the depth. See right there, it's like bluish screen, and then it takes away as soon as you go to your trip 1, it just turns it all black. And God, I don't even know what the point of that is. Frustrating for sure. Exhaust filter, this truck only has 40 miles on it, and the DPF is already 45% full. Fabulous, typical stuff. Then you go here and you can have a boost gauge, but you can put a boost gauge up here and everything like that. And then the heads-up display gives you content based on it. But see, when you switch your drive modes, well, that's a cool little graphic, but honestly, who cares? Why don't you give me some numbers on my speedo, for Pete's sakes? But I mean, the rest of the truck is really pretty. I mean, it's beautiful in here. I mean, it's really nice. There's slippery. Then you get, what is that? Off-road, who cares? Wouldn't take this off-road. And you can, so, let's go back here to, there's normal, and then eco. Just turns everything blue. Your drive mode selector here. There's a separate locker switch, so it's just like the F-150. So instead of pulling it, you're gonna get that. Again, this, I like this. I've always been a fan of this. I had this in my F-150. You can select these things right here. Turn your cameras on. Auto lights. So this is your zone lighting, and then you can turn these on, and then you can, I think you can turn them on individually for your zone lighting. So that's I like that. That's good for when you're camping and stuff. And then I like this because it has the breadcrumbs. I mean, this right here is fantastic, no doubt. No paired phone. I do like the trip stuff here because you can show your lapse time. Of course, it's been idling most of the time off-road. There used to be a way to get in here. You can usually change your pages too and flip through them. There used to be one for your heated steering wheel, but now they have a button down here. Yeah, so I mean it is a pretty truck. Don't get me wrong. You know, if I would have bought it in the Godzilla, I'd be all over this right this minute. Wireless charger is finally big enough to put a phone in. I mean, I do like all the stuff that it has in it. I mean, you won't be able to see the heads-up display, but they have the buttons and stuff. It's good fitting for everything in here. I love the updated tech. Tons of storage in the doors, and then we got tons of storage in there, and then probably a lighted glove box in there, like our plugins here. That is. I never closed on my other one. More room here though for storage. That's awesome. really nice there. Alright, I'm a little bummed about this piece of plastic. It's kind of sticking up here. But it is very, very nice when it comes to the truck. Let's see here. Kind of see everything. Like I said, just F-150-esque. I'm just going through these set. I'm going to go over this thing with a fine-tooth comb if I'm going to bite off and get rid of that sweet Godzilla. Alright, so just back to these gauges one more time. So you can see they get a little bit darker yet. And really, there's no difference between, so it says temperature gauges, diesel gauges, diesel measurements. These are all the same screens. So there's nothing different here. So I'm not sure why they have multiple choices here for stuff. I mean, you're basically, it's the same damn screens. So, I mean, I typically leave mine in trip fuel anyway. And then I would leave the numbers at least in there, but we're already in a high idle stage. I'm guessing, I don't know for sure why. Whoops, my bad. The DPF is already half full, but yeah, I mean, these gauges are a huge bummer to me. Most likely can't see the heads-up display in there. It adapts to whatever drive mode you're in. So there was one mode where you can go into here and pick menu, gauges, general measurements. No, these are all the same. Never mind. Where the hell was it? I mean, basically, it's not all that confusing because there's not much to it. But you can push and hold here. Then you have to get rid of something. So I can get rid of column view and blank screen. And I can add tire pressure, general measurements. Oh no, I can't add that either to my normal toggle screen. So that's going to have to be a sub menu. But you can see right here where it has driver's assistance. See, now it's going to bump up to 1,000. And then we got fuel economy, tire pressure, which whatever. That's going to be an auxiliary screen anyway. So, but there's literally no way to do really anything here. Engine information, that's just the hours. And then if you go down here to general settings, it says configure gauges, temperature gauge option, which we already showed you. And then you can go to speedo, and that's it. I mean, you get what you get here. I mean, so here's where you can walk through your steps. But I can't believe you get such a beautiful graphic here and you can't give me 10, 20, 30, 40 over there, or at least give me the option. I mean, some dudes probably like that, I guess. But I mean, give me this off-road thing, who cares? So I think when you plug in a trailer, it's going to change it to where it adds that thing. I'm not for sure. Let's get back here to the beginning. I'm really bummed about that. I was really hoping that sometimes it takes a real definitive push here. I was really hoping that, so press OK to configure tow menu. Okay, so that went all black instead of blue. Let's go back to towing. See if it gives me the option to configure again, because I missed the hold it. Press menu to configure trailer information, top view, don't need that, pitch and roll, okay, that's neat. And then we go here to temperature gauges, sure. So you can take away that, okay. But, so I guess you can change that up. I mean, that's neat. So then I guess you could have kind of all that, your tack goes to that bar, if you will. So, yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm going to probably take it for a spin, walk around it. Oh, man, I love my Godzilla. This thing is nice, though. The seats are fantastic. Somebody said the other day they had to be comfortable because they're going to be sitting on the side of the road all day waiting for this to get fixed, but we'll see about that. So that is your 2023 gauges.